This video is about how to use Google Classroom for assignments and all, and how to make your Google Classroom available for your students so that they can participate. See, the Meet app is just for the interaction, but what about the assignments you want your student to submit you on timely basis, wherein you will be having very less hassle in collecting all these assignments. So what you can do is you can use Google Classroom for all this. First, I will tell you how to create a Google Classroom and what are the processes which you can actually what all processes are involved in that. Then I will take you through some of my Google classes wherein there are more than 50 plus students and how they are handling me, how they are handling in all the assignments and all. So I will talk about that. So this process will remain more or less same. So I will be actually checking into my official email ID of India IM. Then from these 9 apps, I will be jumping to Google Classroom. So you can click on this Google Classroom icon, and once you are in Google Classroom, okay, so you can create your Google classes like this. Okay, so if I want to create a new class, so I can go to a class. Okay, these are the already created classes by me, or I can create, if I want to create a new class, you can see on the top right there's a plus icon. Okay, so from here if your student will be clicking on join class, and you will be clicking on create class. So I want to create a class in here, so I understand everything. Continue, class name, Indian testing online class. Okay, then the section, whatever section is allocated to you, suppose it's MA, I'm saying digital. Subject is like SEO, and room is optional. If you want to do not want to supply any information, you can let it as is. So once the class is actually created, so you will get a classroom ID, and this is the ID you have to share with your student, so that they can, once they wanted to access your class, so all they have to do is they have to click on this plus icon and they can join the class. Okay, you can, if you want, you can individually send them the email as well. Okay, from this people tab. So if you want people to be student to be added in here, so you can add all the email IDs of the student. But this is not the process we I will be I want you to go for. So instead of that, what I will like is, I would like you to get into this get into this the class ID first, and from the class ID, all the student whosoever will be the part of this class, okay, who are actually the student of MA section, can access the class from that classroom ID. Once the moment they will access the class, they will become the part of your student list here in this classroom. Okay, so the classroom ID is in your stream. So the moment you will open your you created your class, and once you have created your class, you will be inside this classroom. So this is the ID which you have to actually provide to your student. So you can provide this ID to your student. Once they have this ID, they all they have to do is, they will be again they all the student will be actually joining in, going to the classroom.google.com, and from this plus icon they can click on join class, and in the join class they have to just provide the ID of that class. So every class will have a separate ID. Okay, so once you are inside that classroom, you have a number of things which you can actually do in here. So suppose you want to assign some assignment to your student, so you can assign some student the assignment. You can click in here from the assignment section. You can assign the assignment, like this is an SEO assignment. I will be talking about the instructions. So please send me a detailed ex uh, explanation on the case study. Okay, so now what I want in here is, I want to give them a case study, and the case study will be in a document format. So I'm going to click on this document. So I'll be creating a document and I'll place that case study in there. Okay, and after that what I will be doing is, so suppose this is the case study. I want every student to actually explain in detail or anything. It can be an any assignment, any work which you want the student to submit as an assignment. So I'll say case study 1, and here you need to explain that case study. Okay, or you can say answer. Okay, so I'm done with that. I will name it case study 1 and done. Now I want this one copy of this particular document should be sent it to all the student. So from here student can view this file. If you want them to submit a different doc file, you can do that as well. But for that, if I want everyone to this case study should be duplicated to like 60 documents should be created, and every single student should be assigned this document. So you can do that as well. So if I'll say make a copy for each student, so I can do that as well. So now a copy of the same has been created, and this has been actually forwarded to all the students. Okay, so the student, those who are already part of this class, and the student who will be a part of this class maybe after after a week or two, whenever they will join this class, this will be assigned to them. But if the due date has overed, so this will not be assigned to them. Now this is for if you want to assign the same assignment to different classes. Like I have 4 classes in here. Okay, so if you want to assign these assignment to all the classes, you can do it from one click from here. So like I have 4 classes. If I want all the 4 classes students should be the assignment should be assigned to all the 4 class student, like 240 students, you can do that as well. Okay, from here if you want to assign this to some specific student, you can do that. But if you want to assign for all students, you can do that as well. Suppose this assignment carries a weightage of 20 marks, you can do that. Then I have a due date. Okay, I want this to be submitted on 25th of April. Okay, so if you want any specific time to be turned in by the student, you can do that. Now the topic is like Facebook page creation, or you can create a new topic if you want. So it's a SEO assignment. So I'll say it's an SEO assignment. The moment I will press this button assign, it will be assigned to all the students, those who are part of this class. Or if you want to schedule this, okay, for like on Monday you want this assignment to be given to the student, you can do that as well. Suppose I want to assign this right away, so I will press this assign button, and now this assignment has been assigned to all the students, those who are actually part of this class. Okay, now this is pretty simple. So once the assignment has been assigned, if the class is having 60 plus students, so you will all the student will receive a copy of that document, and whenever they will submit that document, you will get an intimation. Okay, well, I'll show you the complete class in function as well. So if I will say the people, so what the teachers are there, then the students are there. If I want some specific action to be performed on student, if I want to remove some student, I can do that. And if I want to add more student, 1 or 2 student, you can add it from here itself. Now if you want to add one or more teacher to this class, you can add a co-teacher as well. Okay, so suppose one subject is being covered by 3 different two faculties, and all of them are actually providing some different study material or assignments to the students. So they can utilize the same classroom for because the subject is same and the students are same, but only the faculty has been changing. So instead of creating a separate classroom, you can have the assignment in here. Okay, now if you will look at this thing, then the mark section. So if there are few students, those who are actually assigning all these things, so whatever marks you will be allocating them, the marks will be in front of you. Now let me take you to some classes. Okay, where I am actually doing all this. Suppose this digital marketing class has 58 student. I'm going to click on this class. Okay, so student can interact with me from the here this is the stream they will be looking at. Then if I'll go to the classroom, so I have assigned them one assignment, that is a digital marketing case study. Now if you will see, that was assigned to 55 students, and okay, 46 student. Out of this, 9 have actually handed in, so they have given me the assignment, and 3 people I have actually given the marks as well. Now if I want to see that, okay, who all are these who actually handed in the assignment to me, so I can see from here. So you can see all the students. So suppose I want to check the assignment of this person, Nimlesh Gupta. I'm gonna click on this assignment, and I can check the assignment on this platform itself. I don't have to jump from one platform to other platform. Okay, now I'm looking at this his assignment. Okay, so I feel like, okay, case study 1 has been attempted fully. Then I have one more case study with 10 marks. Okay, so suppose I'm just for the I will I find I okay, this is not right. So I want he need to change this thing. So I can click in here and I can comment in here. Okay, so whatever I want to comment in here, so I can, okay, suppose I want to say, okay, uh, you need to explain this again. Okay, okay, this is one part. Okay, you can comment on it. Okay, so now this comment will be returned to the student. Now this will only be returned when you will press this return. So now I want to allocate him some points. Suppose I want to allocate him 15 marks. Okay, and now that's actually this was already returned. So it was saying, sir, sir, I changed as you asked. Please tell me if I need to change anything more. So I'm saying no. Rest of the assignment is good to go. Okay, I will post this comment, and from here what I will do is I now I have actually assigned him marks, and return this submission, return this multiple submission. Okay, so I really do not want to return this right now. It's in draft. Okay, so the next thing I will be doing is I want to delete this as well, because resolve, let me say this resolve. Okay, now I'm done with this. So I have actually allocated him marks. Okay, and everything is done. So I have given him marks and all. I can see the status. Okay, I'm checking whose assignment I'm checking. That is it. So once I'm done with this, so I can see the comments and all, if there is any comment. So he has to resolve all this comment, student. Okay, and once I'm done with this, so I have these marks allocated to him. I will, so he's saying student will be notified and can check the marks you have left. Now once the moment I will return this, so the student will be notified that I have the assignment has been checked, and I have given him 15 marks out of 20. Okay, so I'll be doing it for two or three students, and like let me check for Archit Gupta as well. So I'm just giving them some marks. Okay, I will return this again. Okay, I allocated them marks. Where is the case study? Okay, so he has not written anything and just returned the file. So I'll say, where is the assignment? Post, and I will mark him 0, and this marks will be forwarded to him, and with the, I'll say return. Okay, now if I'll get back to my class again, so now you can see out of 9, okay, I checked 1, and the point tally will tell me, okay, I'm just checking for this 8. So I can see the points as well, whosoever I have assigned some points. So if I'll get back to my classes again, and from here if I'll check my class status, and if I want to check the marks I allocated to the student. Okay, so I have this only 3 people I marked. Okay, so the class coverage, and all the marks whatever marks I've been allocating, like this Nimlesh has been allocated 15 and Archit has been allocated only 0. So all the marks will be there, so it will be pretty handy for you to keep a track of everything. And one more part about this is, if you have a due date attached to this assignment, so nothing will be accepted after that due date, or you will have a complete status of that, how many people have actually submitted the assignment after the due date. You can even check that when actually he submitted that assignment. Okay, so if I am checking this hand in articles, like I want to check for this Bhavya Madan, I'm clicking on this. Okay, and there will be a date and time that at what time he actually submitted. So handed in on 16th of April, 1526. So you will have that thing as well. That will actually ease out all the assignment related problem with the whatever you are facing right now. So we'll be extensively using this classroom going forward. Then if you will come back to your classes and on your class thing again. Okay, so this is not the only thing which you can do with these classrooms. So you can actually interact with the student as well. So whenever you will be writing something here, a push notification will be sent to all your student. Okay, so this is the best part about this thing. So again, if I want to tell everyone that okay, I will be having a surprise test tomorrow, so be prepared. And the topic, I will not tell you the course content will be covering. It will be a surprise test, and it can be anything from the teaching plan till date. Okay, so you can have any information in here. They can interact with you, and even they, if they want, they can actually view the assignment, and they can talk about the assignment as well. Okay, if there is any problem in the assignment. Now this is one of the thing which I want every one of you to get into. This is that you have to assign one blog title to every single student or you are mentoring. Okay, so suppose you have 12 student you are mentoring, so you have to provide them 12 different blog ideas, and the blog should be published on LinkedIn and with the following hashtags. So I'll let you know how to do that again. So let me come back to my class. So I'm been mentoring students for this SIP as well. So suppose I forwarded this to all my SIP students. Okay, so now the classwork was, the assignment which I have given them is this blog writing assignment for all students. Please write a blog as per the attached sheet. Write a blog on LinkedIn and use hashtags NDIM, NDM blogs, NDM SIP, and NDM Delhi. Okay, so none of them have actually handed back to me because I have given them 1 week time. So you have to attach two things with this assignment. One is the blog ideas, whatever blog ideas you have. So suppose I have these many students, so I have given them one blog to one subject, one title for that blog to one student. So if I have 12 students, so I have allocated them 12 blog ideas. So this need to be done in next 2 weeks. Okay, so whenever they will be publishing, so the blog for SIP document is also there. So they have to provide me that written blog in the doc format as well. Okay, so the title, roll number, and section, I will get all these things, then article title, so I can check from here itself if I need something to be edited, because I cannot edit on their LinkedIn platform, but they can edit their blog. Okay, so whatever I want to edit, I will be. So whenever people will be actually they will be sending me all these things, I can mark them accordingly. Okay, the way we have seen there. So I allocated this as a 10 marks assignment. So whosoever will be giving me assignment on time, and the article will be will be worth giving some marks, I will definitely allocate them some marks as well. Okay, so this is the assignment for all of you to learn more using this. One more thing about this, if you want to create a class from here itself. Suppose I want to create a class, so I am in SIP NDM class, so I want to create a class from here itself, so I can go jump to directly to Google Calendar. Okay, so instead of going from your email then Google Calendar, so if you have a class and you are doing all the interaction in that class in Google Classroom, so what you can do is you can create the class notification or Google Meet notification from here itself. So all you have to do is you have to just click on the Google Calendar, and from there the same process which we have discussed in our earlier video, how to create a Google Classroom Meet, so you can do the same thing from here. Okay, so like you can see, a class is assigned 7 to 9 NLP class. So same way what we have done in our previous video, step by step, please refer to that video, step by step process how to create Google Meet classroom notifications for your students. So please refer to that video if you still have any problem. The only thing you will be doing in here is you will be going back to your classroom. Okay, where is my class? Okay, so you'll be going back to your class. In the classroom classwork section, all you have to do is you have to just create a go to the Google Calendar, and whatever day you want to have that particular class, you can have that class. And the best part about these classroom is, suppose you are done with semester 2 and you know all the assignments will be in here. So you what you will be doing is you won't be actually deleting any of the class from here. So what you can do is you can actually duplicate these class, okay, or once you have duplicated, every single assignment in your class will be moved to a draft stage, not on a published stage. So it's up to you how you want to give them assignments. Suppose in first week of the semester 1 you want to give them some assignment, so all the assignment will be handy. And if you will schedule the complete semester in one go, you can do this from here itself. So you don't have to worry about, okay, on which date what assignment will be given to them, and what will be the handed in or turned in date for that particular assignment. So that worry will be taken care by this console, plus the tracking of the marks for the student, that again will be taken care by this. We have seen every single assignment will have their marks, so you can keep track of your internal, you can keep track of your MCQs or anything whatever you want. So if you want to have some MCQs classes, or if you want to have some question answer classes, quiz classes, even if you want to have some you can say you want to attach some Google Forms, so you can do that as well. So all the data in the Google result of the Google Forms can be forwarded to this classroom status as well. Okay, so this is a very handy platform, and I wish all of you should use this platform going forward. And if you have any query concern related to this, I'm not I hope that after watching this video you will be having very less queries, but whatever query you will be having, I'm happy to help you all. Thank you guys, thanks a lot.